Welcome to the Mint Report, a wrap-up of the day's business news. Here are the top stories. RBI leaves interest rates unchanged. P. Chidambaram will be India's new finance minister. And a massive power breakdown leaves northern India without electricity for hours. First up, the Reserve Bank has made it clear its top priority is to rein in inflation even if that affects growth. RBI's monetary policy review on Tuesday left interest rates untouched. This is the second straight review in which it has abstained. The repo rate continues to stand at 8% and the cash reserve ratio will remain at 4.75%. Governor D. Subbarao said cutting policy rates would only worsen inflationary pressures without spurring growth. RBI's action adds to the pressure on the government to take fiscal policy actions that will revive the economy and boost confidence. Though largely considered as a symbolic move, RBI slashed the statutory liquidity ratio, or SLR, by 1 percentage point to 23%. SLR represents the amount of sovereign bonds banks need to hold. The reduction is unlikely to make much of a difference as the ratio of holdings for most Indian banks is much higher than 23%. RBI also predicts inflation coupled with lower growth. It increased its inflation forecast for the fiscal to 7% from the earlier 6.5%. RBI has also brought its growth forecast down to 6.5% from 7.3%. Kaushik Basu has further reaffirmed India's sour growth story. The outgoing chief economic advisor to the finance ministry has said growth is likely to be less than 6% in the first half of this financial year. India's economy expanded at just 5.3% in the March quarter. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh will soon give up the finance ministry portfolio. A government statement on Tuesday said P. Chidambaram would return to his old job as finance minister. Chidambaram currently heads the home ministry. And the lights have gone out again. About half of India suffered a massive power outage on Tuesday. At about 1:05 p.m., electric supplies broke down across much of north and east of the country. Some 12 states ranging from Assam to Rajasthan were blacked out. As on Monday, trains came to halt. In Delhi, the metro stopped services, forcing crowds of commuters out onto the streets looking for other modes of transport. Power was eventually restored to railway lines and major cities by Tuesday evening. Many areas continued to remain in the dark. This is the second major blackout since the one that occurred in the early hours of Monday morning. Moving to corporate news, production may not resume anytime soon at Maruti's Manesar car factory. Mint learns that many of the executives who were attacked and injured during the riot at the plant don't plan to return to work. Violence broke out at the Manesar plant on the 18th of July in clash between workers and managers. One senior executive was killed and another 100 managers were injured. And finally, Indian markets rose for a third straight session on Tuesday. With investors still holding out hopes for an RBI rate cut in the near future, the Sensex rose 92 points to 17,236 and the Nifty climbed 29 to 5,229. And that's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.